Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen.
A Hogster.
So our annual Cena trolling shtick is over. Time to get back to business. It's
right.
Lesnar, Cena.
Woo!
Time to get fucking serious around here. So, like 2 weeks ago, we made a vid. John Cena is good. We challenged people to counter us. A couple people tried, but sadly they failed there. But
No.
we're gonna counter our own shit very easily as well. So Cena being the biggest money maker. The thing with that, yes, he sells more merch, than other wrestlers, but a lot of wrestling fans are cheapskates. They don't want to buy merch. They don't want to, give money to the Fed in any way, shape, or form. That's why the adult fans aren't really buying lots of merch. Some are, but a lot of them don't. It's mostly the kids that buy the Cena merch. They're not as intelligent. They don't have a beef with the company.
And Cena, he sells more merch because the adults have to buy that for their kids.
Yeah, they get the parents to pay for it. It's not being bought out of love by adult fans.
I want that! Oh, shit.
It's adults buying it for kids, and the people buying the Cena merch represent a small portion. You understand? Most of the fans aren't buying his merch, so just because a small percentage are buying his shit doesn't mean that he's good. Doesn't mean he's a good wrestler. Shit like this, that he deserves to be called one of the best of all time. It's because the smaller, stupid fans are buying the merchandise. It's pretty much all it is.
Yeah. And it's not really hard when there's nobody else having merch, It's pretty easy.
They could come out, people could sell Hitler shirts. They could sell 10 million Hitler shirts today. Doesn't mean that Hitler is good and that he doesn't suck, just saying. He represents the company well in interviews, shit like this. That's stuff that Cena fans actually say, which is why we mentioned it there. But that stuff is irrelevant to wrestling.
If he's on another show, what does that have to do with wrestling? Nothing.
He might be a good talker when he's talking to people, blah, 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 about the company. But he still sucks on the show. His promos are
most of the time it's just about himself.
And the matches are bad, so it's irrelevant what he does to represent the Fed. Charity, same shit. The man can do 12 hours of charity a day. That is irrelevant when it comes to the product, the show that he's on, that we judge him on. Cena entertains millions of fans every week. He entertains some fans, but there's a giant chunk, maybe even more than 50%, that fucking hate his guts, who are bored to death. A lot of fans stopped watching wrestling because of him. So just because some fans are entertained doesn't mean that everybody is entertained. And it doesn't mean that he's actually good because some people like him.
Yeah, it's like if you like a band and, everybody's supposed to like that band. No, people aren't going to like your band that you like and,
Some people like shit in the sexual fashion. They like people to shit on them. Just because people like to shit on themselves or whatever doesn't mean that it's good, you understand? There's lots of people in Germany and shit who apparently like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that it's a fact that,
doesn't mean it's good for you.
Yeah, it doesn't mean being shat on is good, and it's the same thing with Cena. He's had good matches, he had 5, 6, 7 good matches, but he had thousands of matches that suck.
2 words, duct tape,
No, it is what
matches
it is.
like that shit, and he had a shitload of those.
Couple of good matches, it doesn't mean that everything's good because a tiny amount of his matches were good.
Over 10 years or whatever the fuck he's been there.
Every wrestler has 5 moves of doom. but their moves are good. I understand.
You know, they had more impact, more, I don't know.
Like The Rock. Rock would do his big moves, the fans would cheer, they'd throw money.
Crazy, man.
Cena does his moves, people are booing him out of the building. So.
You know, even Hogan with the big leg, people went crazy for, you know, and Cena gets booed when he does this and shit.
That's more like an excuse argument of some kind there. He's a good example for children, again, irrelevant to the product.
Has nothing to do with the fucking show.
The big sexy man muscle was an obvious joke there because of the people fetishing for muscles there. But just like Roman Reigns, having muscles doesn't mean that you're good or whatever. Reigns and Cena have big muscles and they both suck.
Doesn't mean you're good at wrestling. You know?
He's a 15-time World Heavyweight Champion. One word for that shit, Hulkster.
Fuck, what the hell?
The one word is fake.
That too
it's
fake.
You understand? 15-time world champ. He can win 15 belts a week. Doesn't mean that he's good.
Yeah, he's not really fighting for those belts, you know?
You know, for a while
it's not
they
like
had...
a boxer or UFC or, you know, you're putting really your body on the line and you're really fighting.
For a while they had 2 belts. They weren't pushing guys well. Guys like Orton and Cena. They just gave them a shitload of belts to try to make them look like main eventers.
You win them, you lose them, you win them back in a month, and you lose it again. It's like, oh my god.
They suck. John Cena sucks. Him winning 100 belts doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
No, doesn't make him a better wrestler.
There you go. That's how you counter that shit. Cena sucks!
Fuck Cena.
I don't hate him in real life. I don't have a giant grudge, but the motherfucker sucks. That's straight up. Till next time, peace!